I'm here on today's episode of Book Snoopers. We have to be really quiet because all the other book snoopers are on to us. We're figuring this book out. All right, so as I settle in, let's get into my beach attire. I've got to wear all these disguises so they don't find me. Oh, just 1 minute. All right, much better. You know how Detective Cox likes to wear her beach outfits. All right, on this episode of Book Snoopers, we're gonna read chapter 5. Okay, but let's talk about what happened at the end of chapter 4. Do you remember who Clifford Snyder was? Oh yeah, he was the guy that worked for the government that wanted the taxes. Was he scary. And then what will happen if Clifford Snyder doesn't get his money? He said that he could take the farm away. So what is little Willie gonna do? Now you know the problem. What is gonna be the solution? We're gonna just take a look at this chart and fill it in to help us keep our thoughts together. So the problem is that
Grandfather hasn't paid the taxes.
Grandfather hasn't paid the taxes and the house is going to be taken. What is Willie going to do to figure out the solution? We'll have to keep reading. Chapter 5, The Way. The next day, little Willie met the situation head on, or at least he wanted to, but he wasn't sure what to do. Where was he going to get $500? Grandfather had always said, where there's a will, there's a way. Little Willie had the will. Now all he had to do was find a way. Of all the things, cried Doc Smith, not paying his taxes. Let this be a lesson to you, Willie. But the potatoes barely bring in enough money to live on, explained little Willie. We went broke last year. Doesn't matter. Taxes gotta be paid whether we like it or not. And believe me, I don't know of anybody who likes it. Then why do we have to have them in the first place? Because it's the way the state gets its money. Why don't they grow potatoes like Grandfather does? Doc Smith laughed. They have more important things to do than grow potatoes, she said. Like what? Like taking care of us. Grandfather says we should take care of ourselves. But not all people can take care of themselves, like the sick, like your grandfather. I can take care of him. He took care of me when my mother died. Now I'm taking care of him. But what if something should happen to you? Oh, little Willie thought about this. He walked over to the sled where Searchlight was waiting. Doc Smith's high boots sinking into the soft snow with each step. Crunch, crunch. Little Willie brushed the snow off Searchlight's back, then asked, owing all this money is the reason Grandfather is sick, isn't it? I believe it is, little Willie, she agreed. So if I pay the taxes, Grandfather would get better, won't he? Doc Smith rubbed the wrinkles below her eyes. You just better do what I told you before. Let Miss Peacock take care of your grandfather But he will. He'll get better, won't he? Yes, I'm sure he would. But child, where are you going to get $500? I don't know, but I will. You'll see. All right, finished reading this chapter, and then let's see what else we can find out about what little Willie's gonna do to get. See you next time on Book Snoopers.